Hello folks. Here is an update for you all. We've got some quarantine violators here. We are in the middle of a visit from Canada. That is, from an air mass that belongs over Canada's frozen tundra. Wind chill is -20 something. I have a very patient and overheated husband who allows me to keep the house around 75 degrees, so we are weathering the cold very well. Oh Canada, thanks for dropping by. We'll return the favor in a few months. My health is good. I've been sick a few times this winter, but I'm not sure if I have had COVID. My caregiver's husband had COVID. My caregiver got sick and lost her taste, but tested negative. Then I got sick with a sore throat, runny nose, low-grade fever, and dizziness, but I also tested negative. Who knows? About half of my acquaintances have had COVID run through their households. If we have not had it yet, I expect we will eventually. We have been keeping busy praying for our friends as they weather the sickness. I've also enjoyed learning about food-based antivirals like mushrooms mentioned in videos by Paul Stamets and, my favorite, Stephen Buhner's ginger drink recipe from his book Herbal Antivirals. That drink makes my body happy when I am getting sick.
Yummy.
I'll put my version of his recipe in the comments. So how is my progression? It is harder to understand me when I try to talk. I still have tea by mouth and a little pureed soup, but I sometimes have trouble getting chips down my throat. I bought some healthy ice cream recently and I am super excited to try it. I just found a CBD oil that actually noticeably improved my sleep quality. It is about the 7th different brand I've tried, but the first to seem to do anything. We will see if the good results persist. The brand is New Leaf, spelled Nuleaf. I'm finally perfecting the recipes we use for my feedings. I have really enjoyed putting them together, making sure to have plant-based protein, carbs to make sure I gain weight and have chances for good sleep, healthy fats for my fabulous brain, sulfurous veggies to support detox, mushrooms for antioxidants, seeds, and occasional nuts, a rainbow of colors for phytonutrients, a few raw items, and spices for taste and nutrients. I avoid a few foods that I seem to react to, like olives, coconut oil, raw onions, raw broccoli, cauliflower, and turmeric, although I occasionally try to add them back in. I love trying new foods. Now I know how to prepare purple sweet potatoes, yellow beets, Swiss chard, collard greens, nixtamalized blue corn, dried beans, lentils, black rice, wild rice, buckwheat groats, and leeks. I owe a huge debt to my patient, hard-working caregivers as they followed my hard-to-understand directions. I also appreciate our local grocery stores with their good selection of organics, and being able to order nourishing food from Azure Standard in Oregon. And our 2 hard-working mules, the Instant Pot and the Vitamix blender. Believe it or not, it's cheaper for us to pay caregivers to prep serving-size frozen Ziplocs of whole food-based soup than purchasing Liquid Hope, because our insurance will only help pay for the more expensive whole food-based formula if I cannot tolerate the cheaper feeding tube formulas. Kate Farms is organic, which is great, but I am quite particular about supplements and especially about iron supplementation. So I had the pleasure of playing with my food. The next foodstuffs I look forward to playing with are millet, amaranth, and water kefir. If you have favorite foods you want to share with me, feel free to rave about them in the comments. Regarding my relationship with God, I feel that I am growing day by day. I've been curiously blessed by the same Bible passages that I've tried to use to encourage a dear one who struggles to believe that God could still accept them after they fell away from faith. There are a few verses that touch on an unpardonable sin, blaspheming the Holy Spirit. Honestly, I can't guarantee that neither they nor I have crossed that boundary. But I do know that God will do what is best. There is a plethora of verses that speak to his mercy and faithfulness. His mercies are new every morning. Even if we're faithless, he remains faithful. He works in us to will and to do his good pleasure. He will bring us safely into his heavenly kingdom. And if he healed all of Israel's many backslidings, surely he can heal mine. I am secure in his love. I can't help but think of the song, "Oh my soul arise," and the song, "He will hold me fast." It's one thing to believe that and another entirely to live it out. I'm practicing resting knowing he is powerfully in control. And I am practicing sitting back to enjoy life, experiencing God's peace. I am really bad at both of those, so I am taking my baby steps forward with the gentle reminders of the Holy Spirit, which sometimes I sadly ignore and sometimes heed. I've got a lot to learn. To end, I will quote part of a good song by Gillian Welch that I used to cover. I am an orphan on God's highway and I'll share my troubles if you go my way. Thanks for going my way a little bit with me. I enjoy reading your thoughts. God bless you until next time. Bye.
Bye. Talk to you guys later.